today is all about love your skin. We're in those summer months. Everyone's headed to the beaches and the lakes and getting outside and doing more. And one of the most important things that we can do is protect the largest organ in our body, because that's what our skin is. It is the largest organ in our body. And a lot of us are a little confused on how to do that. And a lot of us are paying attention to what we're told on the television, or in marketing campaigns, or what we see in stores, especially beauty counters and the like. And there's some basics that we need to understand in order to make informed choices, but more importantly, to get the results we're looking for. You know, the skincare begins, or the skin damage actually begins at a very early age. I can't tell you how many times I've seen, multiple kids outside just doing their thing with no protection, or eating the wrong things and not understanding what that's doing to their skin, or understanding that a sunspot that you get as a child is a sunspot you're going to have for the rest of your life, and what you see now will most likely get bigger as you get older. But understand that when we're talking about protecting your skin, we're talking about from basically from birth. We want to make sure we're taking care of not only our skin, but our children's skin, our grandchildren's skin, and the people that we care about, people that we love. So understand that when we're talking about this today, we're talking about everyone. This is not anyone in particular. More importantly than that, it does not know a gender. That's right, guys. We need to take care of ours as well. We can try to be manly all we want, but the reality is the damage is happening to us just as much as it is happening to the ladies. In fact, in some respects, it's happening more to us as a result of our machismo, if you will, or our manliness, or our pride, where we decide that we're not going to put anything on, we're not going to protect our skin, we're not going to do what's necessary, and as a result, we're paying a very dear consequence, as you'll see very shortly. So let's start out with a did you know? Because I always like to give people information, because that information leads to power, and it's always going to give you the ability to make a better choice on a daily basis. Your skin will begin aging in your 20s. That's right. So the wrinkles, the crow's feet, the dark lines, the age spots, all of these things actually start happening in our 20s. So, when you hear somebody say, oh, I'll take care of it later. I'll do it when I get older. I'll do something when it's time for me to do it. The reality is, now is the time. You can't wait. You need to do this now. You need to take care of yourself. So just so you know, your skin does begin to age in your 20s. What I want to share with you today, though, is a top secret topic. This is the secret. This is the number one thing you need to do to take care of your skin. The whole purpose of today is to get you to the takeaway that we're going to get at the very end. But this is a mistake I would venture to say 85 to 90% of people make when they're really concerned about their skin and they're really trying to take care of their skin. These are just mistakes people make, and there's a secret to it. And the funny part about it is it's not that really a secret if you understand it. So let's jump in. Secret number one. You cannot topically put something on to take care of an internal problem. See, that's the biggest issue that we have. That's the biggest secret, is so many people are trying to take care of their skin from the outside in rather than the inside out. People spend hundreds of millions of dollars a year on creams, potions, and lotions in an effort to make their skin look better, when in reality, what they need to be doing is drinking more water. See, when we hydrate our skin, we give it the nutrients that it needs, it can do amazing things. It can actually look better. It can feel better. It has more radiance. It has more of a glow. The biggest issue that most people have with their skin is they're not feeding it what it needs from the inside. See, they're just trying to attack it from the outside. So from the things that we eat, the exercise that we get, the things that we're putting in our mouth, the water that we're drinking, the electrolytes and the nutrients that we're feeding our body, all of these things are critical to having, the skin that you want, to having the radiance that you're looking for, to have that healthy glow that everyone, is dying for, that, beauty companies are making billions of dollars a year selling you the concept of. And the reality is this, could you put makeup or some type of cover on it to make it appear as if it's healthy? Absolutely, you could. You can do those things if you want, but why not actually go to the source? Why not actually, drink the water, eat the fruits and vegetables, give the body what it needs so that it can look the way that you want it to look. So that's an uber critical issue. The other thing is we are nutrient depleted. See, our food supply is such that we just don't get all of our nutrients from food alone. We've talked about this numerous times that our diet and lifestyle choices are creating nutritional gaps. And if those nutritional gaps are not filled, our body will react, giving us all kinds of warning signs and other things that we should pay attention to. One of those warning signs is the health and appearance of our skin. So when this is the case, one of the things we need to do is we need to feed our skin. If we're making these diet and lifestyle choices, if we are, eating the processed foods, the sugars, the salts, the fast foods and things of that nature, and hey, 98% of Americans are, we need to make sure that we're at least feeding the skin what it's missing based upon those nutritional gaps that we have created. IDLife, we have a solution for both the hydration issue as well as the vitamin issue. ID Nutrition is a customized vitamin platform made just for you. With over 1.7 million possible outcomes, it's going to give you everything you need, nothing that you don't. It's going to fill those nutritional gaps that you've created through the diet and lifestyle choices that you're making on a daily basis. And it's going to provide you a lot of other information. Very simple to take a quick assessment, get what you need, and start feeding your skin from the inside, which is the most critical aspect of what this is all about. Secondarily to that, Hydrate, probably the best product we have for our skin, second only to our skincare line, which is topical. But primarily, if we're not hydrating our body the right way, there's not a potion, lotion, or other type of serum that you can put on your skin to basically feed it what it needs from the inside. You have to hydrate your body the proper way, and Hydrate is a great resource for that. So those are two great products for that. The second top secret issue that you need to deal with when you're dealing with your skin is how you clean your skin. All right, guys, I need to talk to you for just a second, and then I'm going to travel back and make it more universal. This is something that most men simply just don't do. And if you do it, you only do it in the shower with bar soap, and you just rub it on your face and you move on. You're going to see why that's a problem. You're going to see why that's an issue. Ladies, I'm now going to talk to you. This picture reflects what a lot of women do on a regular basis. But there's a mistake being made here. There's something that's happening in this picture that even though it's happening every single day, that's a problem. You see, bacteria are the number one culprit in skin breakouts. The number one. And a majority of it comes from our hands. See, what happens a lot of times is we go to wash our face, but before we wash our face or clean our face, we don't wash our hands. We don't get all the bacteria and other contaminants off our hands before we start pouring it into the pores of our skin, resulting in all kinds of skin breakouts, blackheads, and other related skin ailments. So if this is you, if you're one of those people that just splashes the water in your hands and then on your face to clean it off, please make sure that you wash your hands first. It will greatly improve your outcome. Here's the thing. Myth. Scrubbing your face with soap will keep it healthy and acne free. It's what we've all been told, right? Clean it with soap. Get it all clean. The reality is soap removes protective oils and barriers. Soap alone can lead to rashes and breakouts, and soap chemicals can cause more harm than good. See, not all soaps are created equal. And in the issue that most people don't understand is oil in the skin is not necessarily always a bad thing. There are things in there that actually help protect our skin. That's why it's there. Our body is creating these things for a reason. So we need to make sure that we're paying attention to this. And drying our skin out completely will result in the rashes and breakouts. A common misconception if you have oily or acne infected skin is I got to completely dry it out, and that's just not what dermatologists talk about. What dermatologists recommend is a gentle cleanser similar to the cleanser that's been created by IDLife, followed by a moisturizer or sunscreen. So the regimen that IDLife has created is you have your cleanser, and then you have also a serum that you can use after or before you put on your day cream and night cream, so that you can feed the skin and the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients it needs from the outside. At the same time, you're feeding it the vitamins, minerals, and other hydration type products from the inside. So it's kind of, they meet in the middle to give you the healthiest skin that you could possibly have. That's the whole concept about what this is about. The third secret, the third top secret thing that you need to be doing is sunscreen. You do need to protect your skin from the sun. The sun is going to cause some damage. Yes, you can get vitamin D from the sun. And yes, you need that vitamin D from the sun, but that sun exposure necessary to get that vitamin D isn't 18 hours in the sun. It's 20, 30 minutes. You have the vitamin D that you need for the day, but now you're dealing with UVA and UVB rays that can actually cause skin cancer. See, 1 in 5 Americans will develop some form of skin cancer in their lifetime. And a majority of these individuals did nothing to protect their skin from the sun until after they were diagnosed. And then all of a sudden it became an urgent situation. The reality is a lot of the damage had already been done. So we need to protect our skin. We need to do something about this now. In fact, the number of skincare cases treated each year in America, you think about that, what you think? Well, it's 5.4 million. 5.4 million of the 320 some odd million people in the U.S. It's a staggering number of new cases every single year. In fact, if you look at it, there are more cases of skin cancer diagnosed each year than breast, prostate, lung, and colon combined. Skin cancer is a big issue. It does not get the recognition that it needs. It does not get the appreciation that it needs, and we do not take it as seriously as we should. We have to take care of our skin, and that starts with the 3 things that we've talked about. In fact, one of the myths, the higher the SPF, the better the protection. And the reason why I give you this myth is because this is something that's hitting you in your pocketbook. You need to understand it. You need to appreciate what this really means, because when you look at an SPF, it only refers to the UVB rays. So if you look at the graphic to the left, all it's referring to is the UVB, which basically hits the skin surface and only really goes to the epidural, the epidermal layer. The dermal layer, the dermis, where it really can affect the cells and cause cancer and everything else, is UVA. See, so what you have to look for is broad spectrum. You have to have a broad spectrum SPF. And in fact, if you're looking at these SPFs and you see 15, that only blocks about 94% of the UVB rays. SPF 30 is 97%. So yes, it's double, but guess what? It's only adding 3%. Again, what happens with these SPF numbers is they're increasing them. I've now seen 70, 90, 100. The reality is all they're trying to do is charge you more money by making you think that you have a much better protection. The reality is once you get above 30, the return on your dollar is very minimal at best. So just know that as a consumer. ID Life has created a daytime moisturizer that also has the broad spectrum SPF 20 in it. It will protect your skin from 2 of the biggest issues that you deal with on a daily basis. One is your hands, the other is your face. The main place where that damage is occurring is when you're driving in your vehicle. Why? Because we're under the magnifying glass. That sun is hitting that glass and reflecting directly onto our hands and onto our face. So, let's make sure that not only are we putting this on our face to protect our face, but also on the back of our hands, because that's one place that we get exposed on a daily basis that we don't appreciate and a lot of people just don't take care of. So what's your takeaway? What's your takeaway from Love Your Skin? What is the main thing that you needed to have learned from this presentation today more than anything else? Well, don't waste your money on topical solutions if you're not going to invest in taking care of your skin from the inside first. I'm in essence attacking $1 billion industry of potions, lotions, creams, and solutions that don't talk about the true cause and nature of the skin problem that you're dealing with. See, if we're not feeding our body, if we're not hydrating our body, and we're not putting into our body what it needs from the inside first, everything that we do on the outside is just topical. It's just an appearance thing. It's a lot like just the makeup. It's going to cover up an issue. Yes, it's going to make it appear to the world like something's happy and something's been taken care of and it looks nice. But the reality is when water hits it or it gets washed away, the reality is going to show. unless you're doing what's necessary to take care of it from the inside first. So, that's just the takeaway today is invest in taking care of your skin first. Hydrate it, feed it what it needs, make sure it has the nutrients that it needs, and watch what happens to your skin and how well it actually starts to appear.